Hey everybody, this is Francesco Abbruzzino with another Rogue Rant. Today I want to talk about the speech that you see on on my left there. Um, it's about the race baiting. The race baiting that we're seeing from this lady, Michelle Obama, at the speech she gave yesterday. And it revolves around the conversation where she says she wakes up each day and it disturbs her, it distresses her that she's living in a house that was built by slaves. So she does this. She does this at a commencement address when you're supposed to be out there motivating kids to go out and succeed and be all you can be. So she was out at City College in New York yesterday. Once again, she brought up that race card and she brought it to the forefront, but proclaiming that she wakes up every morning in distress because she's in this house that slaves built. Her kids wake up in distress because they're in this house that slaves built. The interesting thing here is, though, she's lived there for 8 years. 8 years! And now she's really starting to realize that it bothers her. It bothers her tremendously. And isn't it ironic that these comments come from someone who has essentially earned the nickname of Mooch from the American people? And how's that, you ask? Because us, the people, we're paying this rent for her. We're paying their utilities. We're paying for these extravagant vacations. Even more interesting is how some people even act as though this is just a simple statement of fact and that it's not completely loaded. This race baiting commentary from her, coming from our First Lady. She's at this event. She's promoted this podium where she's up there propagating these points for the express purpose of creating more division amongst the people. Why isn't she up there talking about the achievements? Talking about the fact that she went to a higher end college, that she became an attorney, that her husband became the president of the United States, that her kids are going to elite schools and have all the opportunities of the world, more opportunities than the average American out there. Instead of this race baiting crap. And it's not just a speech. The White House shamelessly used a photo of Michelle, a photo op, where they were playing the race card again. And it's regarding this whole agenda-driven thing in this photo where they've got a white lady on the left, Michelle on the right. In the back are some doors, and it says white and colored. And, you know, if we keep this up, if we keep going in the direction that this White House has led us, this division, what's that saying? Divided we will fall. And we know it. They know it. Everyone knows it. Yet they continue. They want us fighting amongst ourselves so that we don't unite over what the elites, such as them, yes, they are elitists, and what they're doing to our country, to all of us as normal people. And this lady, this Michelle, she seems to forget how much the country has progressed since the time of slavery. Considering America's just elected a first black president for not just one, but for 2 years. 2 terms, I mean. These are not the time of slaveries. You know, the response to Michelle fell into two distinct categories. You know, you got the camp out there where it has to be pointed out that for the millionth time, how racist everyone is, simply because Michelle used this trigger word, slaves. That trigger word gets people going. And then you got everybody else who failed to feel at all sorry for her. I don't feel sorry for her. She's achieved a lot. I wish my kids will have the opportunity her kids have had. I wish I had the opportunities that she has had. No, the real truth here is that the slavery continues. And it's us. We are the slaves to people, the elitists, the centralized government, the Federal Reserve, the banksters. They've turned us all into a country of slaves, a global slaves, a worldly slaves. And if you think about the irony here, probably Chinese slave workers made that outfit that she's wearing right now. That robe, that garb. And if we had to rebuild the White House, it'd be the slaves that came in there to rebuild it. Think about it from that viewpoint. We got to stop this divisiveness. Ever since Obama's come into office, all he's done is divide this country. He says he hasn't, and he hopes the people buy into it. But have you ever seen racial tensions as bad as they are today? They're foaming over, folks. What say you? This has been Francesco Abbruzzino with another Rogue Rant.